G'day guys, Coach Ben Lee here, checking in. It's day 24, we're almost to the end of the 30 days. So today I need to cover programming, okay, and the benefits of periodization and programming to get you nice lean legs, okay, and a tight stomach. So we're almost to the end, and so this is the kind of the important parts, the juicy bits that I'm going to finish off with. So it's really important that we get a little bit serious and let's start cracking into it. All right, so just let's go. Now, guys, periodization programming. Okay, uh, not sure if they teach this in your Cert 3 and Cert 4 sort of certifications these days. So you learn this in your Level 1 strength and conditioning certifications, or you might sort of start to follow it. Now, most periodization and books out there are written for sort of strength training, okay, and for people to achieve like maximal lifts, okay. But sorry, there's not a lot written out there, okay, for getting females, okay, into fantastic shape. So I wanted to just discuss about that and what my methods I would use over 12 weeks, okay, and the reasons behind like a 12-week programming for a newbie coming along, so that we can help you get really good results. Now, so with periodization, so we've got phases of what we call intensification, okay, and accumulation. We've also got in there our macro and micro cycles as well. Okay, so what I want to just give you here is just a brief rundown. Okay, so over 12 weeks, what we're going to do is we're going to have 4 macro cycles, okay, and within those cycles, they're going to be phases of intensification and accumulation. So different stimulus to achieve our end results. So we've got a plan of what we want to achieve. So obviously, somebody comes to me, they want to lose weight, they want to tone up. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to work back from 12 weeks, okay? So we're not going to go balls to the wall from day one, okay? Because obviously there's, I don't know where your standpoint is or where you've come from with your training. So my first sort of measurement, okay, is, like I've said before in previous video blogs, is checking out your mobility, okay, and checking out your movement pattern. So once I've checked this out, our first phase we're going to go into is a structural balancing phase. So this is very important for someone that I've never worked with, okay, for many reasons, okay. So if you are not structurally sound, then if I go getting you to lift heavy weights, then obviously it's going to cause dysfunction and ultimately injury. Secondly, with the structural balancing program, what we want to do is make sure that we can get you down ass to grass, okay? We release those hips, we get the mobility through our hips. We're starting to get a little bit stronger through our upper body, through our shoulders and things like that as well. So once you've done that for 4 weeks, I should be then confident that you will be able to handle the next phase, which would be a volume phase, okay? So with a volume phase, the importance of the volume phase is we're going a little bit sort of heavier here. So previously we're in an intensification phase with our structural balancing, so we're going lighter reps, okay, and lesser sets, just to get that movement pattern ingrained. And then we go into an accumulation phase. So now we're going a bit heavier, okay, with more reps, more sets. And so the reason behind this is we're working on motor patterning, okay, we're working on motor neural skills, okay, because obviously with volume we have what comes repetition. So think of like a baby walking. So the more that they start to walk, the better and better they get. Okay, so same with what we're trying to do here with your programming. Okay, so with the programming, what we're going to do is go into that volume phase. Okay, so what I'm trying to teach you in there, okay, is muscle activation. So making sure that we're recruiting the right muscles for when we're trying to perform a lift. So if we're going down, we're doing a squat, that we're going to use our glutes to drive out of the bottom. We're not going to pull forward and use our back to come up, or shift our weight onto our quads and use our quads / back to move up. Or same when we're doing a deadlift, that we're recruiting our glutes and hamstrings and we're not using our lower back to pull us out. Okay, so most people can go in the gym, they can perform a movement, but are they performing that movement effectively and efficiently and using the muscles that we want? Okay, so you're going to think that we're a body sculptor here, guys. So no one cares about what weight we're lifting. We just want to make sure that we're activating, we're using those those muscles. So we want to make sure that we're activating the right ones so that we can put the required tension on them, okay, and to make sure that they are lifting. Next, we're going to go into a strength phase, okay? So we're going to start to build some more muscle tissue. So by building more muscle tissue, this is going to allow us to get stronger, okay? The benefit of getting stronger, obviously, as well, is we're going to start to incorporate more calories into our diet, which is going to allow us to increase our lean muscle mass. The more lean muscle mass we have, the greater our metabolism is going to fire, okay? We've got more cells in our bodies to uptake carbs. The more carbs we can have in our diet, the more anabolic we can get, the happier we become because we're eating more carbs. Everybody likes carbs. Yep. All right. So then after that, we go into our next phase. Okay, when we're going into a bit of functional hypertrophy. So now we've built a bit of muscle. All right. Now let's start to sculpt our muscles. Okay. Let's start to get the triceps popping. Let's start to get some nice lines in our quads. Let's get that booty lifting. Okay. And then after that, we're going to go into our next and final phase, where we're going to go into a bit of like a fat loss phase. Okay. So we want to pull it all together. Okay, we've now built our foundation. We've got some great muscle tone. Now we just want to make sure that we're nice and lean, so that when we get to the end of the 12 weeks, we're looking fantastic. Now this is where a lot of people go wrong. Okay, so you've achieved your fantastic results in the 12 weeks, but this is just the start. Okay, guys, this is just the start. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we set up another 12 to 16 weeks of training, because now we're at a point where motor pattern wise, everything should be down pat. We've built a bit of muscle, but now we can start getting serious with our training, right? We can start squatting, our body weight. We can start deadlifting our body weight, maybe even more. Okay, start doing chin-ups. So this is where the good stuff comes in, where the empowerment comes in for girls, okay? Because now that you not only are you looking fantastic, but you're in the weights room and you're mixing it with the boys, okay? So I know, and Amy would, and this is one of Amy's big things, girls, is that when Amy is in the gym and she's deadlifting 90 kilos, okay, and there's a guy next to her and he's only lifting 60 and he's struggling, for her that's such an empowerment feeling, okay? And many of my other girls would say the same thing. When they start lifting more than what they weigh, for them to be able to achieve that, which they never thought was possible once before, is such a motivation in itself for to continue for you to see long-lasting results, okay? So that's a kind of look at how we periodize your training over 12 weeks. So we're using, like I said, phases of accumulation and intensification. So higher reps of our intensification, okay, less sets. Accumulation, lower reps, higher, So that's the kind of phases that we want to look at as we're moving forward and trying to get, build a foundation. So we don't want to, this is the difference mentality between exercising and training. Like I said before, we've now got a plan in place for us to achieve fantastic results, okay? We're about to kick off and open our own gym, guys. So this is a big shout out. If you were interested and you want a 14-day free trial to come down and try out our facility, then just give us an inbox and we'll come chat to you soon. All right, Ben Lee out.